I wanted to do this video, kind of part of it in response to some videos I'd seen on YouTube, which seemed very reliable. One, I believe, I just saw was from a member of Parliament in Canada, and he was speaking about information on UFOs. And Linda Moulton Howe, who I really like, the lady. Um, she's a great reporter, investigative reporter. Um, but another of the videos I saw, and I'd have to go back to quote it, but it seemed very professionally done and like they, not of unquestionable sources, let me say that. Uh, the gentleman was speaking of the New World Order, the Illuminati, the New World Order, Rockefellers, Rothschilds, Bilderbergers, and these are the people that kidnapped me and took down my father, King Edward VIII. They took him down illegally with an imposter was part of it, and this is the imposter. And Wallace Simpson, who my father was already married to Georgia O'Keeffe's sister, Claudia Ruth O'Keeffe from America. Oh, let me go ahead and say this. Well, this is where I get bouncing around, I suppose. My father was still the legal king of England. My Uncle George, this is in U.S. News and World Report, April the 28th of 97. Um, this is my Uncle George the Sixth, who's illegal. He's in 1939, the year I was born. He's with Roosevelt and at the White House. Uh, and this is where my uncle was told by Roosevelt he could be king forever. So here's Elizabeth, the illegal heir, who's also a part of the New World Order, her and Charles. So the New World Order with the Bilderbergers, Rothschilds, Rockefellers are already closing ranks there. So they put a 99-year seal on my father's forced abdication, and there was legal work that was legit. I am the legal heir, Victoria II. So my uncle and the Kennedys, Joe Kennedy was ambassador, kidnapped me in 41, brought me to Moulton, Alabama, and dropped me off there. And it's been a long, long road. I'm 75 years old, in which I wrote about mind control before I found out about my kidnapping and real name. I grew up thinking I was a twin, Peggy Dempsey. And in fact, the Lina Dempsey, the unwed mother, had killed both twins, and I was placed there in Lawrence County. It was close to the Cortland Air Base that was open in 41. So a lot of, if people were able to put it together, a lot of this, like I've recently put a lot on video and on Facebook, but all the time I've been going to the media and everything, and I have been allowed sparse, if none, money to live on. So I've used it to fax, and the media has known all this before I did, at least about my real name, Margaret Ann Windsor, Victoria II, and my kidnapping from way, way back. So my kidnapping, and I hope I'm not jumping around here, my kidnapping, if you could look back at that time and see the treaties, what really happened, of course, that's not going to tell you about my kidnapping, and history would record this as my father, which is a lie. But they've gotten away with it. My birth has a seal on it. I think I have a birth certificate there. I should have if it hasn't been stolen. I know I have. I was christened and everything. I had a portrait of that was brought with me when I was placed at Moulton, Alabama. So I'm the legitimate heir, but I mean, they've really stolen it. And the point, too, that I was going to make, this is what I've been telling. And then I just saw the one video that looked very legit. I'd have to go back. But they're telling the truth, whether I suppose mine doesn't look that fancy or well organized because of what's been done to me in my situation. But in this YouTube video, it was telling about the Middletons. Kate Middleton, of course, married William, and this all looks good to the public. William, they named their baby George after their great-grandfather, his great-grandfather, that helped kidnap me and take down my father illegally and sell out Great Britain. But they look like this fun, cute couple. So everybody's, I suppose, going along with it. But what I was trying to tell people, when you go back into the treaties and the war that made the United States would like to tell you they went in and helped and saved Great Britain, when it was the opposite. It was a total lie. They took out my father. They kidnapped me. They placed, because of George, my uncle, who's illegal, and signed treaties for the United States to put their army bases all over everything British. They did not enter the war to help us whatsoever. It was to claim everything that was British for their own, and that's what they've done in plain sight, just like what they've done with me. So back to Kate Middleton and Pippa. In this video I was looking at yesterday, it was telling about Pippa, people visiting her home that are Jewish, that are of the Rothschilds, I believe. Anyway, it's a New World Order, which Elizabeth and Charles are part of. And I have told this, it's the input of the Rothschilds, Rockefellers, my Uncle Kennedy, I'll say that again, Joe Kennedy, and Roosevelt were in on my kidnapping, and God knows who else, but they were. And you get into the treaties and what happened later, and the fact that they tried to say that Great Britain, Norway, these countries that were monarch and kin to me, suddenly became friends of the United States, allies, when in fact they're hostages. Now, I don't know, time has changed. I don't see those countries, Denmark, Sweden, etc., being friends of the United States. Maybe the Netherlands, because my relative there that retired, if you want to say that, is monarch, was with Elizabeth in the New World Order. So that's being said. There's other inputs like the Chelsea Clinton is her father, Hillary, and boy, they're getting away with this too, are part of the New World Order. She married a young man that's Jewish, and so did Caroline Kennedy's husband is Jewish. And these people are all part of the New World Order, and people adore them. I can't stand them, and yet I've gone through this. For whatever reason, people shut their minds to certain things. I'm not wearing a crown. I'm not, I don't have access to my money. Elizabeth is doing away with it. Let me say that. So people, because I don't have a badge or I don't have a crown and money has been stolen, they don't want to talk to me. So I'm going to go back, and if I'm sounding rambling, excuse me. I wrote about mind control murders. I'm going to say that. I was led into finding out about it in 77, 78. And the book was called MD, A License to Kill. I was living at Moonraker Apartments in Marietta. And at the same time, March the 6th of 78, Larry Flint was shot in Lawrenceville, Georgia. And the man that shot him was programmed to shoot him. I was flown out there during a political campaign in 83 to Flint, and it was after then I started finding out about my kidnapping, and the British told me. And I see that I don't think my video's working right, so